3 weeks away, but the legal battles have already begun. Lawyers could have more say than voters. Politico reports Kamala has hundreds of lawyers on call in all 50 states. Her massive legal team's already waging electoral war in the courts. One official boasted about winning 9 out of 10 cases that have already been decided, while assembling what they're calling the biggest voter protection operation in presidential campaign history. And when a Democrat says voter protection, that usually means they're changing the rules. This could throttle the swing states and cause us to lose even more faith in our elections. Today in Georgia, a judge ruled that election officials have to certify results, even if voter fraud is suspected. And around the state, Democrats are suing to prevent drop box surveillance, hand counting ballots, and voter ID protections. Why are Democrats trying to make elections less secure? Especially while many states across the country are finding thousands of people who aren't citizens on the voter rolls, like in Virginia, where Governor Youngkin removed more than 6,000 non-citizens from the rolls. The Biden-Harris administration didn't like that. The Justice Department is now suing Virginia for cleaning up the voter rolls, something Virginia governors have been doing for years.
Why is it that anyone could argue that a process that removes non-citizens off of our voter rolls is anything else other than common sense and constitutional? This is a law that's been on our books since 2006. It was a law that was signed by then Democrat Governor Tim Kaine. This is why I find this to be a very, very unreal moment that is stunning, that they filed this suit 25 days before a presidential election, when in fact this has been going on in accordance with our Constitution, the federal Constitution, and state law since 2006.
It's simple. We just want free and fair elections. Democrats are trying to loosen the rules and get Republicans to certify the results of an election that hasn't happened yet.
Will you accept the election results of 2024 no matter what happens, Senator? Will you accept to commit to the election results in this election cycle no matter who wins? Just simply yes or no.
Will you commit to accepting the results of this year's election?
In 2024, will you certify the election results? Do you plan to object, or will you accept the results regardless of who wins the election?
Asking you to accept the results of an election before the election, it's like a waiter demanding you agree that the dinner was good before it was served. And if a Republican says, well, let's make sure everything's fair and square before we certify, you're called a threat to democracy. But now that Trump's up in the polls, Democrats are saying Trump's already stealing the election. Democrat Congressman Jamie Raskin told Axios he definitely doesn't assume that Trump would use free, fair, and honest means to secure a victory. Trump is doing whatever he can to try to interfere with the process. And it's not just Raskin. Another Democrat from Illinois says this: I don't know what kind of shenanigans he is planning. We would have to, in any election, make sure that all the rules have been followed. Now, if Democrats really want a fair fight,